Shalom, everybody. Rabbi Edelstein here with another installment of Rabbi E in 3, brought to you, as always, by Meor DC. Meordc.com is our website. Check it out and learn about all of our programs, including the Maimonides Jewish Leaders Fellowship. I might get a little nostalgic in my 3 minutes with you tonight because it's my bar mitzvah portion, Vayishlach, along in the book of Genesis, Bereshis, and a long, long time ago in a galaxy far, far away, a young little Jewish boy growing up in West Hartford, Connecticut, was given a bunch of verses in some strange foreign language. I had no idea what I was saying, but I had a very nice bar mitzvah teacher who taught me a tune, and I sang that tune and said a little Devar Torah, and then we went to the country club and had a big party with popcorn machines and balloons. It was great. Thank you, Mom and Dad. It really was. But not to be too cynical, but that was my bar mitzvah a long, long time ago. I know a little bit more about Vayishlach now, a little bit, not much, than I did then. It's an incredibly beautiful portion. I didn't talk about this part that I'm going to talk about tonight way back then, but it's still a part of me, this Vayishlach portion. We have at the beginning Jacob about to encounter Esav, his brother. Yaakov encountering Esav. Last week he had run away from Esav, if you remember, because Yaakov took the blessings and the birthright that Esav was originally going to get. Yaakov was justified in doing so, but that's another story. Esav harbored a deep animosity towards Yaakov, was going to kill him. Yaakov consequently fled the land of Canaan to go to his uncle's house. His mother's brother, Lavan, a very conniving person, but it's there he spends more than 20 years, and he marries Lavan's 2 daughters, Leah and Rachel, and a couple of other maids that the daughters wanted to marry also, and he has a very big family. That's all in last week's Torah portion, Vayetze. And he makes a lot of money. And in this week's Torah portion, he's returning to the land of Canaan. He sends messengers ahead, and he knows that Esav is coming at him with warlike intentions. And there's a most remarkable series of verses here which give us a clue into something of what it means to be a tzaddik, a righteous person. Yaakov says, the night before he's going to meet Esav, he says, first he looks at how wealthy he is now and established versus the poor man with nothing but the shirt on his back, basically, that he was more than 20 years before. And he says, Katonti mikol hakasadim. God, I have become small from all the kindnesses you've done with me, because I came so poor, and now I'm a very big encampment here with my family, my children, my retinue, my entourage. And then he goes on to say, God, save me from the hand of Esav, because I'm scared. He's going to come and harm me and harm my family. And there's 2 remarkable things here, clues to being a tzaddik, which the Torah wants us all to try to strive to become. One, the second one, why is Yaakov afraid? Didn't God promise him he'd be okay, which God did? Yes, Yaakov had trust in God, but a tzaddik never rests on his laurels or her laurels. A tzaddik, a righteous person, is always scrutinizing themselves. Maybe I fell short. Maybe I am not living up to my potential. So the promise God gave me many years before, Yaakov is thinking, maybe since then I've done something wrong and I'm not worthy of those blessings coming to fruition. The rabbis say we should always be afraid, not anxious in the sense of, anxieties of the world. The trust in God we have should prevent us from letting those affect us too much, but be nervous that we're falling short in our self-actualization, and not, again, in a depressing way, but to spur us on to further growth. Never rest on your laurels. And then you got to get small. Steve Martin, a long time ago, about the time of my bar mitzvah, had a great routine. Let's get small. We Jews know how to get small. That means when God gives us blessings, we don't get haughty. We're not supposed to get haughty, rather, and be arrogant. We're supposed to humble ourselves, feel the debt of gratitude, bow down, if you will, made small by God's kindnesses. We're all surrounded every day by God's kindnesses. We all should get small. That's a recipe for happiness as well, because we should feel like nothing is coming to us. Everything's a gift. Everything's a blessing. I got to go now. I'm over time. I'm over 4 minutes, but let's get small, as we see the great good that God gives us all the time, and always be on our guard lest we fall in the spiritual level that we strive to attain and that we do attain. Have a wonderful Shabbos, and hey, happy, long time since my bar mitzvah.